Hi, thanks for clicking. I'm Tom P. Delanuit. I'm not at all totally dead inside. Today I'm sitting down with an improviser, a coyote, and, Oxford comma, it says here, world record holder for person who could count to 1 million the fastest, Natalie Green. Let's talk, why not?
Yes, sir. That'll be me.
So, how's it going?
It's actually going pretty good. How are you doing?
All right. I'm, gonna have a drink.
That's fair.
One for you too, if you need it.
Yeah, I'll definitely take
Help
that
yourself.
one.
They, anti-hero from Revolution Brewery. They don't sponsor me, but I'd like them to.
I'd get in on that one.
What do you prefer, like beer, liquor, wine?
So I'm actually not a big fan of alcohol, but I choose beer simply because most of the time it's cheap and it'll keep a drink in your hand. It'll keep your friends from asking you why you don't have a drink. So
you experience a lot of peer pressure.
Peer pressure, and I just, it's a shut the hell up type situation, and this is the cheapest option.
Pick a number 1 to 100.
77.
Cubs or Sox?
Color of my socks?
Oh, sorry. Cubs or Sox?
Well, I'm indifferent because I grew up on the West Coast, so I'm gonna say I don't know because I've been to more Sox games because they suck and the tickets are cheaper and the food is fucking amazing there at the games, and then the Cubs. They're more expensive, but you have more fun at those games. So, I don't really know. Do I want food or do I want a party? It's a hard toss-up.
I think the last time I went to a Cubs game, they were playing the Giants, and I went with people who were Giants fans, and the Giants won, so I had a good time.
Yeah,
that's a big fun atmosphere. Everybody's there. It's just another big bar. But I mean, if the Cubs moved to Schaumburg, I don't think anybody would really go to their games or even be a fan anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a White Sox fan personally, so I went on there and those cheap seats up in the upper deck, and then
Comiskey dogs is in funnel cake.
I've never had the funnel cake with the crazy dogs. I usually just get some pretzel bites or they have nachos in a helmet.
Yes,
I love that.
Those are real good.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then there's also a craft beer bar.
Yes,
up there.
they do.
That
was the first time I ever had summer shandy, and then that's kind of what segued me into actually liking beer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. They always taste kind of like lemon pledge to me.
I mean, so it's like if you put lemonade without sugar inside of a Miller Lite.
Oh, it's awful. My dad loves Miller Lite. I hate it.
I mean, you can get a 12-pack for $6. That's pretty baller.
Well, I mean, I prefer Bud Light if we're going the domestic lights. PBR, I spent...
Oh, PBR is like a dream come true to my life.
I spent a few years being a shithead in Wicker Park, and back in 2009 to 2011, it was always a shot of Jameson and a PBR tall boy for $5 combo deal.
Yes, I understand those. I'm asking for PBR everywhere I go.
Have you ever put a little bit of lime in it, like a wedge, like it was a Corona?
Don't change my life right now.
Oh, it sounds fucking stupid to say this, but the wedge of lime just opens up the PBR so well.
I'm gonna have to go home and try this.
I once bought a 6-pack of tall boys at Jewel or something, and then a lime. And the cashier looked at me like that was fucking insane. This doesn't go together.
Maybe, yeah. Hopefully they didn't put 2 and 2 together and was judging you hardcore like that.
Do you know Christopher Walken? Personally? Not of him.
No.
Just,
No.
You can't introduce me? Okay, no. Let's... No. Yeah, you said California.
Yeah.
On my diligent research, looking at your Facebook for 20 seconds, I saw you went to California State University, hence I introduced you as a coyote. You guys are the coyotes.
Yeah. Actually, I did not go there.
Liar.
I lived across the street from there, and I frequented the campus on a pretty regular basis to where you thought I went there. But,
They don't check IDs at the door. You can just take classes.
So I went there.
Yeah, it was like
but I didn't go there.
It's like how Will Hunting went to Harvard.
Yeah. A lot of people, they get these honorary degrees and things from places they never actually went. So, yeah. I did one of those.
She's waiting for her call for that degree.
Come on, give it to me. I need those extra funds that come along with the degree. I'm talking to y'all, Cal State, or anybody else who would like to give me the piece of paper.
I find they're overrated.
I definitely do. School is for people who are willing to pay for them. That's all I can say about that.
Willing to, I think people who are able to.
Willing and able.
Or like, and then they don't even realize the psychological impact of. All right, I don't want to get into the loan shark industry that is college tuition.
Right. No, like I have a lot of conversations about school, and I mean, I'm indifferent about school. Like I understand some people need it and some people don't need it.
No.
And I see where it can be beneficial to people, and I see where people can, go without it.
I think too many people drop out of college. Like Bill Gates did it. I'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, I dropped out of college.
Well, but you didn't think you had like the next like $1 billion app idea.
I'm pretty sure I dropped out of college based off like, I'm gonna be like stupid rich, fuck this. Like that's what my mentality was.
I dropped out, went to 3 different higher education institutions. One time was a transfer, but one was a dropout. So I kind of like, nah, I'm good, I'm done. Just like.
Well, most of the time I stayed enrolled in college, it was simply because I wanted to continue to be on my dad's health insurance.
Oh, well, that's
and I was pimping the system.
That's a perfect reason.
Yes, I was smart about it.
I think my parents found out my brother was no longer attending U of I when he called them from Champaign to let them know he crashed the car. It's like, why weren't you in class? Like, oh yeah, I haven't been in class for months.
Well, discovery.
Pineapple on pizza.
So, I would say pineapple on pizza is not horrible. It's not as bad as like sugar and grits or sugar and spaghetti. But pineapple on pizza is not bad because Pizza Hut has a really good Hawaiian pizza that is like to die for. Now, I wouldn't eat everybody's pizza with pineapple on it, but there's a couple of them that I've had that were good.
So, if you're at a party and they've got it, like that's what they're serving, you'll have a slice, but you don't order it yourself?
No, because there's a lot of things that I'm not going to do on my own with my own money because what if I don't like it?
Yeah.
Like that's a huge issue for me. Like
it was a poor investment.
Yeah, like if I don't like it, like I'll buy something after I've discovered I liked it.
Yeah.
And if it's a new place, I'm cool. I'll just play it safe. Sausage, pepperoni, meat lovers,
I don't order the sausage. I'll get the meat lovers, like if I'm at the grocery store, the bodega for New Yorkers. I get like the DiGiorno's meat lovers or something just because like it's got all that stuff on there, and then douse it in hot sauce and obviously ranch because I'm in the Midwest. That might upset your California sensibilities.
No, I put ranch on everything. Well, maybe not so much more because I'm trying to be like unfat. Although these carbs in this beer ain't really helping out.
Dude, I lost I think 55 pounds after my freshman year of college.
Really?
Like, I graduated high school at 215, which was then my highest. And then, so it was after that. I had always heard of the freshman 15. I was afraid of that. So, like, I remember eating the saddest lunches. I packed myself just 2 slices of whole wheat bread, like lean turkey slice, and then I think maybe I had some grapes, and then I just spent the rest of like my free time on the treadmill, and yeah.
That's a very sad life, sir.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't recommend it for anybody. I was super anorexic, like, and it also didn't help that like I also had the longest hair of my life. It was down to my shoulders, and then like that summer, people could see my bones like through my back. They were saying, and like my ribs rather through my back, and it was not a pretty sight. And then my sister got married and said, "You can't be in the wedding party unless you gain 20 pounds."
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did you gain that 20 pounds?
Yeah.
Was it hard?
I really embraced it. I was like, okay, I needed this. Like, it was a wake-up call. I was never diagnosed with it, like anorexia or anything, but like after the fact, everybody was like, yeah, you were messed up. Then I topped out at like 230 2 years ago, and then my fiance, then girlfriend, now wife, fiance is weird to say, put me on this plan where and that's when I just recently again like dropped like 50 pounds, but healthy this time. And
that's good.
Make sure.
Yeah, over this summer, I lost almost 40 pounds this past summer. I've kind of fallen off the bandwagon or off the wagon over the past, I say, like month and a half. So I went on like a trip this summer, and so I was like preparing for this trip, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be like in my best health this year. And so I just started eating better and going to the gym and stuff, and I was feeling a lot better. But as soon as I got home, I was like, fuck this shit. I'm about to eat. I'm about to eat all of the things that I miss, like the gyros and like those French fries, and yes, all of the things. So I've been off of it, but I've been gradually trying to put myself back to that point.
Yeah, about like I think once every fortnight or so, I have like indulgent days where just like I'm just overwhelmingly sad. I'm just like I'm too pressed. Like this past Monday, we got Chinese food because I needed that crab rangoon with the spicy mustard.
Yes.
And yeah, my egg rolls, and I got a 6-pack of beer, all that stuff. But then also it helps that we recently realized I apparently have had ADD my whole life, and they put me on doctor put me on Vyvanse, which is also an appetite suppressant and obviously like a low grade form of speed. So that's just awesome. Legal drugs. That's great.
Yeah. And cheers to our pharmaceutical companies.
The ambush gotcha question is always, do you think you're better than me?
Better than you?
Yeah, no, it's a rhetorical question.
Oh, I'm better.
That's the last one of like the casual ones. One thing I do want to, it fucks me up all the time. Like, do you have trouble at all like discerning like, not like real friends from fake friends, but in the digital age, I guess, formally the question is, how do you define friendship in the age of social media?
Oh, man. So definitely for me, it's the ones where when I might not do it, but if I'm having a tough day or if I need like some assistance getting through something, and I don't necessarily want to be able to pick up the phone and call someone and tell them about my problems, but being able to pick up the phone and call someone and just talk to them to either get myself away from those problems or to talk about those problems. So being able to pick up the phone and someone actually listen to that, I think is important to me. And then just showing up when you need them, regardless of the situation. I don't think social media really kind of defines that for me. I do a good job at separating myself from that. I have a really good, I can discern like situations and people to where it doesn't really affect me. I kind of have a bubble circle of friends that I kind of stick to. I love everybody, but I have my core. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm super friendly and personable, and I like everybody. I say hi to everybody when I see them, but I have a core group of friends that I stick to who are my roadies.
Nice. Yeah. And are those people you've like met and developed these relationships with since you've been in the Midwest, Chicago, because you're from California? So.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, most of them I met while I was here, or since I left California. It's interesting how I hear a lot of people who say like most of their friends are from childhood or from grade school and all that stuff. I don't really have a lot of friends from grade school, and
I think people who say that are people who don't move out of their small hometown.
Yeah, that's true. And like even at home, when I go home, I speak to people, and there's a couple of people that I do kind of keep in touch with, but like for the most part, people that like were like my best friends growing up, we're not that. We don't even talk. I probably don't even have their number. Like, so yeah, it's just interesting and it's cool. But I can say moving out of California has opened up my eyes in so many different ways, where friendships are different. Like I used to say, I didn't get along with females. Yeah, and I think a lot of women say that, but most of my friends now are females.
What's your favorite Simpsons quote?
Oh shit! I didn't even really watch Simpsons like that. I'm not a real big cartoon person. The only cartoon that I really like watched and got into was the Boondocks.
I think I watched one episode, and then not because like I turned it on and didn't like it, never watched anymore, but like I was at someone's place and then like it was on, and also I don't really have cable a lot.
Yeah, I probably have never had cable. Definitely in my adult life. Maybe my parents, they paid for cable.
Yeah.
But the Boondocks, like, so we're in this era like where people are quote unquote woke.
Oh yeah.
And the Boondocks is what woke me.
Okay. Nice.
Like seriously, like I learned so much, like the message behind it. It was like, whoa, didn't even think about that. Like it was a really it was a very interesting show, and I still watch it all the time. So
Is that Adult Swim?
yeah.
Okay.
It used to be in the New York Times. I don't know if he still does it.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
We'll throw to a quick break here. Here's a message from our sponsor, me.
Greetings!
Hitting the skins?
Facebook stalking.
Who?
A young lady named Hannah.
If a cyclist runs through a red light, they deserve to get hit by a car.
I study numerology. 30 is important.
That's wrong. You're wrong.
Well, I had to get out of there. I mean, he's cleaning my entire place and he starts mixing ammonia with bleach.
You think the Taylor Kanye Swift thing was staged?
You're naive if you think it wasn't.
Do you have any regrets?
I was kicked out of the second city for my political views.
We are so #blessed to live in Chicago.
And the Music Box is hosting a Q&A sesh with Billy Zane following a screening of Titanic.
Did you just connect Katy Perry to 9/11?
Hawaiian pizza is bae.
The second best revenge is a brick to the back of the head.
This town isn't friendly enough.
I don't even use voicemail anymore. I just let it fill up so no one can leave me any.
I like to think about everyone I went to high school and college with, and they have homes and mortgages and kids, and then toast to how much more awesome my life is by comparison.
That's still funny, huh?
Yeah. The question we always ask ourselves, so then I pose to you, like, the existential crisis. Why are you here?
Like in this world.
No, let's talk about your sketch show.
Like
That's why you're here, to talk about Shimea River.
Yes, so I am here to talk about Shimea River. This is Hot Lava. It's I'm a member of Hot Lava, which is a improv / sketch comedy group, and this is our second show that we have written, and we are now performing it. And it's a love letter to Chicago.
Nice.
Yeah, so opening night is tomorrow night, Friday, November 10th, and we have a show tomorrow, Saturday, so the 10th and 11th, and then next Friday and Saturday, which is the 17th and 18th.
At the McCaw Theater.
At the McCaw Theater.
Which is in Rogers Park, just steps off the Jarvis Red Line. So
Yep.
Easy to get to, no excuses.
No excuses, y'all. It's pretty cool. I'm super excited about this show. It was definitely a learning process for me. All of them are.
Yeah. Oh, God.
But I think the process has gotten, our team is tighter. We experience all of the things together, so we have a better understanding of how we work, and just how to maneuver and get things done. And it's been an exciting roller coaster.
So you said it's a love letter to Chicago. Is there like a common through line throughout the entire show, through the threads of the...
There's not a common line, but there's definitely some things you would recognize that is like, oh, that's so Chicago.
Yeah.
So that I love the idea that down to the music and to the scenes, it's really funny.
How many of the people in Hot Lava are Chicago natives? Do you know?
4.
Important. Oh, okay.
4. It's 3 to 4. At least half of us for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Okay. So I was just wondering, like, 'cause you're from California, and you mentioned about getting pizza from Pizza Hut, but yet we're in Chicago, and you're getting these big chain pizzas here in Chicago.
Hey, calm down now. Like, calm down. In California, we order Pizza Hut. Okay. We don't have Illuminati's, or we don't have a Geo Dinos or Geno's East. Like,
I like Chicago's pizza, which sounds like, yeah, but which Chicago? Like, no, there's actually a place. They've got 3 locations and just called Chicago's Pizza.
to be honest, what's your favorite pizza?
Like toppings?
No, your favorite like deep dish or Chicago style pizza.
It's the place called Chicago's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I like Uno's.
I don't recall specifically if I've ever had Uno's.
They have the best buttery crust. Uno's. You guys can give me a deal because I'll definitely hook it up for y'all. But they have the best crust and it's super delicious. But when my family and stuff visit or friends come visit, I always take them to Geo Dinos or Lou's because, I mean, I think that's an important part. Like when you come visit Chicago, you gotta have deep dish pizza because I haven't met anybody who's like, that's all right. Everybody's like, oh, this is so amazing.
I remember when I drew the line years ago and it's like, I need to stop eating these cheese, I was gonna say cheesecakes, but cheesecake is actually something, and it's delicious, but like a deep dish pizza is just basically a cake of cheese. Yeah. I was like, I gotta just stick with the thin crust from now on. Like, I can't handle this anymore.
It's so good though. Whoever like came up with the idea of a cheesecake pizza, deep dish cheesecake pizza, they are my hero.
The first time I went to Los Angeles, they checking at the front desk and like, oh, you're from Chicago, like look at my ID or whatever, and like, oh, let me tell you what this great deep dish Chicago style pizza place is right on Sunset Boulevard. And I was like, I didn't come to Los Angeles to experiment with your bullshit idea of what you think our food is. Just where's the sushi?
Yeah, I can say so. Like, I feel like Chicago has some of the best food here, though. Like, they definitely have some of the best food. Maybe it's a toss-up between here and New Orleans.
I've never been there, but I really want to go.
Yeah, New Orleans, like, you can find it in somebody's basement, and that shit is good as hell. Like, it doesn't matter where. Like, the food, everywhere that I went in New Orleans, the food was good. And I thank Jesus for every piece of it.
I think I'm a little too old to go during Mardi Gras, but even when I was in the age range for it, I probably wouldn't have wanted to go to Mardi Gras. But I think there's isn't around Halloween probably another cool time to go? 'Cause it's all spooky vampire shit down there.
Yeah, it's a very spooky
Voodoo Fest.
City.
There you go.
It's a super spooky city. Don't like that aspect of it because I'm scary. Like, I'm scared of everything. So
Not a big fan of Anne Rice novels.
No.
Interview with the Vampire.
It just is so weird to me how the graveyards are on top of the land.
Oh yeah.
Like
I think it's.
They have voodoo museums and places everywhere. There's psychics everywhere or palm readers. It's just a very different place, but it's also a very cool place to visit, and there's a lot of history there, which is awesome.
Yeah. Deep French roots and everything.
Yeah,
obviously.
super.
French Quarter even. I think that just me because I grew up as a goth kid in high school, and the goth never leaves; it's always in the heart. So still identify as such. But 9 Inch Nails for the longest time. Trent Reznor of the group, he is the group, lived there, so he'd always have his stuff down there. I think for one of his songs, he sampled a bunch of screams. So he'd just go out between midnight and 4 a.m. find drunk people just stumbling around one of the quarters wherever he lived, and just brought them into his house, which sounds like a vampire thing to do. Find a drunk person. Oh, come into my lair. And then he would just put the mic on and have them scream. And then he just used that in a bunch of his songs. It was weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird, crazy stories that that follow New Orleans. But I think one of the coolest things there, I remember the music there is phenomenal. Everybody is awesome and should have a record deal. If you play in a bar or a club there, they should definitely be discovered. But there was one night, it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and we go down to, damn it, I can't think of the name of it, but it's there's Bourbon Street where all of your bars and all that stuff is, and then there's another part, I can't think of the name of it, but whatever it is, it's where all the music that happens at. And there was 11 piece band on the corner 2 o'clock in the morning, and they're just playing Like, and there's like maybe 100 people outside just dancing, and it's just in the middle of the street, and it was absolutely amazing.
How do you guys develop the scenes? Did you come in, was it a mix of like, oh, I've got an idea for a sketch, or was it all just improv based and then you kind of saw like what you liked and wrote from there?
Kind of both. So there would be times where we did an improv show back in June. We did a run for either a month or 6 weeks, something like that. And so during those shows, we would improvise, and things that after the show, we'd have we'd talk about it either at rehearsal the next time or whatever. And like if we had a character that we really liked from the show, we would take that. Or if we had a scenario from that show, we'd take that and kind of expand on it to write a sketch. And then also if you had an idea, but you weren't really like sure how to put that together, we just like pitch that to each other and write from there. Like we team up and write the stuff from there.
I think for the last show, I saw promo photos. Did you guys go to Michigan and just do like a weekend writers retreat?
We did.
How was that?
We actually did one this time too, but it was amazing. It was really, really cool because we only actually rehearsed for like 5 hours the whole time we were gone. But we got to really get to know each other and bond before that process actually took place. So it was like pretty much the writing was about 90% done. So when we were in Michigan, it was just time for us to like make any changes and edits and everything to the scenes, and then kind of put together the running order and trying to just develop what we see the show as from there.
Cool. Where in Michigan?
New Buffalo.
Oh, yeah. Exit 4 out of I-94 right there.
Redimax?
Yes.
Redimax.
Yeah.
We went there.
I went there when I was little, and then took my wife there once. We were just taking like the scenic route home from Michigan to Chicago, and we passed by, so we stopped in for dinner. And I was like, oh, I remember this being better when I was 8.
Yeah, I mean, I must say, sorry, Redimax, but I wasn't too impressed. I like the gyro station down the street from my house a little better. But I get it, if it's the only one.
Yeah. I think like do they do gyros at Redimax?
No, I'm just saying,
okay,
the Euro station has burgers.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, have you been to Kuma's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all right.
Yeah, I've only
I'm
been.
a snob when it comes to that stuff. Like, don't give me a $15 burger and this shit isn't magical.
Oh yeah, I honestly prefer just like, even like, just go to any kind of pub, just like neighborhood place, or even they're the. I don't know, whatever chain thing I can't think of. But anyway, yeah.
Now, chicken wings. Now, if you find me some good wings, then we're on to something. A burger, it's kind of whatever.
I lived in Lincoln Park, unfortunately, for a little while. I went to Columbia College, and there's a place called Kelleys Pub, and I don't know what they do now because I haven't been there in years because I'm way too fucking old for that place. Because their main clientele is 19 to 20-year-olds. But like every Wednesday night back then, it was 10-cent wings and $2 pints of Leinekugels. So every Wednesday night, that was dinner. $5 for the 20 wings and a pint. And
I'm too old for that, but people tell me that I look like I'm not too old for that. So maybe I should consider taking a trip to Lincoln. What is it called again?
Kelleys Pub.
Oh, man. I'm going to write that down for future references. I'm going to call them up and see Wednesdays, 10 cents. Because I can get 10 wings for $1. Like, that's amazing. Why haven't I known about this?
When I first saw this this promo photo, I thought Cetal, because of the angle of her head, wasn't actually wearing sunglasses.
Because it does kind of look like she might have regular glasses on.
Yeah. Well, good talking. I know you got to run to rehearsal. The Natalie Green from Hot Lava. The show is Shymere River, 4 dates at the McCaw Theater in Rogers Park.
Yeah, check us out. You guys will definitely laugh. And you might, I don't know about learning something, but you'll definitely get an insight for, where we're coming from. We're a diverse cast. And I love to plug that simply because we have the ability to talk about whatever we want to on stage. And there's really kind of no limit to it. And I think that that's super dope because it's something that's definitely lacking. Because we range from all different types of backgrounds, culturally, ages. So it just makes that experience a lot better because you just have a bunch of people literally put together who make this thing work. So if you guys want to see something different and if you guys want to just have a good time on a Friday night or a Saturday night, this is something different to do. Support theater because it's important. We work hard. And so like we need the support to kind of validate us a little bit, like help us validate ourselves. Damn.
Things I cry into my pillow every night.
Yo, you might think it. I'ma say it.
Do you want to like plug any like Twitter, Instagram?
Oh yeah. So you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Hot Lava Chicago. Yeah, you check us out. We do shows. If you guys want us to come do a show, get in contact with us through at Hot Lava Chicago on Instagram and on Facebook. Or you can go to mckayarts.net and you can find us there as well. So if you guys need hot lava for anything, we're here to the rescue.
Do you have a personal Twitter or anything like that?
Yeah, I don't have a Twitter because I only got Twitter like 10 years ago to follow one person, and he went to jail. He's the celebrity that went to jail.
Those tweets are lit AF.
Yeah, and so I don't really use that Twitter, but I do have Facebook. You can find me at Natalie Green on Facebook, and then I also have Instagram. It's B_versus style, VERSASTYLE. So B_versus style. You can find me on Instagram, and then Snapchat. I'm on Snapchat too.
Same name?
Versus style on Snapchat.
No B_.
Nope, just versus style.
Okay. I'm a big fan of yeah.
You don't Snapchat?
Oh no, I do.
Okay.
You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and then also my domain name. It's everything is Tommy P365.
He's that every day. He's Tommy P all the time, all day, every day.
Well, in the immortal words of my father, I can't find the fade button.